Good God. It's us against them. And let's fucking raise our will. Let's raise our competitive fight. Our fight. Okay? So.
It won't be cheap for Liverpool, but that would be a great asset for them, that's for sure. You mentioned.
Been a strange old week for the Bundesliga. They've been quality games and then this happened. I'm not sure how many people are buying his excuse, but Colgate certainly got some great publicity. But that's not what we're here. The big news, the breaking news has dropped. Very, very reputable sources close to Chelsea, Matt Law, has confirmed that Chelsea Football Club have indeed completed an awesome and immense signing, which is Timo Werner, for 50 million on a 5-year deal. It's impossible to deny, looking at this photo, Chelsea are going to have a pretty stacked forward line next season. Timo Werner certainly seems to have the tools to do the job in the Premier League, given his explosive nature and obviously that cool calm finishing he possesses. He's been linked with a move to Anfield for almost a year now, and in fairness, you could see why it made sense at the time. He's pacey, he's deadly, as well as his composure. Plus he can play in any of the front three positions for Liverpool. And let's not to mention, Liverpool do have a charismatic German manager after all. However, something would happen in January of 2020 which will totally change Liverpool's mind to totally cool their interest. And here's why it's not just good news, it's actually great news. Why Timo Werner has signed for Chelsea. So, I know what you're thinking. What caused Liverpool to slow their interest in Timo Werner? And you should probably think of it more as a who rather than a what. And the name is Takumi Minamino. Yes, prior to Minamino's acquisition, Liverpool were so keen to sign Werner, they would have happily met his £53 million release clause. Before we go any further, it's important to establish a few details of Timo Werner's contract, which has been made public. Yes, Chelsea activated his release clause, which stood at £53 million, which only lasted up until the summer. Twist was what happened next summer. He was actually available for about £28 million. So, a pretty big deal if you wait an extra year, but I can understand why Chelsea and Lampard had felt the need to go early and go ahead and snap. Liverpool's preference was to wait an extra year and see what happens and possibly snap him up for that bargain £28 million. One philosophy practiced in all of football is that you certainly strengthen whilst you're in a position of strength. And it's fair to say, with the season Liverpool have had, they've certainly had that position of strength. It would be a hell of a great player to walk into that Liverpool team and strengthen that first 11. And looking at the current Liverpool 11, well, Timo Werner doesn't quite cut the mustard in actually improving the first 11. In actual fact, the more you analyse Timo Werner's game, the more you see it's a great idea Liverpool didn't actually move in for Werner. The RB Salzburg's coach, Jesse Marsch, giving his take on Timo Werner's style of play. And from this interview, it's clear that his signing would be bad news for Mane, as that would actually eat up a lot of Mane's space. Werner's a good player, but Werner or Mane, that's a no-brainer.
Intelligent, but he likes drifting to the left side. You know, so even when he plays as a double striker, he likes to drift a little bit more to the left side and then be ready to either run without the ball, slashing behind.
Prior to that crisis in football, which I can't say here on YouTube, but I'm sure everyone locked down around the world knows what I'm talking about. Salah and Mane have both been linked with moves to Real Madrid, and well, not Barcelona, given to that clever clause inserted in the Coutinho deal, which totally forbidded Barcelona from bidding for any Liverpool players for the next 7 years. So, at the time it was seen, if Salah or Mane happened to leave, then it would be great news to sign a player like Timo Werner. Well, given the current climate and Real Madrid's intention, they've recently redeveloped the Santiago Bernabeu, and the only money which they've had left over has been trying to lure either Neymar or their top target, Kylian Mbappe, has made it impossible for Real Madrid to be interested in either Sadio Mane or Mo Salah this summer. So, point number 1, he doesn't interest Liverpool because he doesn't improve the first 11. Point number 2, he was on and available for a lot cheaper next summer. And point number 3 is the fact that Liverpool were happy to cool their interest after they signed Takumi Minamino, as they reckon both the Minos, that's Bobby Firmino and Takumi Minamino, can totally play that false 9 position to perfection. However, the 4th and final point is what Liverpool fans will really be jumping up for joy and actually super excited about. It's actually Liverpool's transfer plans that have actually been leaked by reputable sources close to the club. So, that old adage in football, strikers win you games, but defences win you championships. I think it's been really evident by the influence that Ballon d'Or runner-up Virgil van Dijk, as well as Ballon d'Or goalkeeper Alisson Becker, have had on this Liverpool team. And well, Jurgen Klopp will be going again this summer. And this time, going to sign Kalidou Koulibaly, which, to pair him up with Virgil van Dijk, sounds absolutely insane. In fact, rumours have been circulating about this deal, giving Napoli's long-standing interest in Dejan Lovren. Cash plus player swap deal have been mooted, which could see Liverpool putting up upwards of 55 million and Dejan Lovren and Kalidou Koulibaly moving to Anfield. But wait, it doesn't stop there. From the forward position, giving Liverpool's brand new lucrative deal with Nike, there's a requirement to go ahead and sign a Marquee signing, and one of these 2 players have been mooted to do the job. Yes, that's right, we're talking Kylian Mbappe 2020 or Jadon Sancho 2020. Further evidence about this lack of interest in Timo Werner came recently when Jurgen Klopp gave an interview where he actually spoke about transfers. He spent a lot of time speaking about Mbappe and also Neymar, but one name was missing, and that name was Timo Werner.
Mbappe has probably the biggest future. We can speak about Sancho as well. So they're all coming up there, and Sadio Mane is young enough to be, and Mo Salah are young enough to be in that group as well for the next few years. So many good strikers. I'm completely happy with the boys I have. So then I never thought about the others if I want to train them. I'm in a...
That video is from 3 weeks ago, and then well, there wasn't a single mention of Timo Werner in the video, so I suppose that gives you an idea of where Klopp's mind was at. Here's what we've established so far. Timo Werner, excellent striker, and certainly improves Chelsea's first 11, but doesn't have the same effect for Liverpool. And when it comes to Liverpool's transfers for this summer, Liverpool fans have every reason to be super excited and expect a marquee superstar signing coming their way to also follow this Nike deal. And also, Jurgen Klopp's desire to go ahead and strengthen that backline will probably leave the other 19 clubs in the Premier League wondering why oh why and how can we catch up to them, especially if they pull off that deal for Kalidou Koulibaly. It's been your boy here, MJ. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed, and well, until next time.